Hi Virgo, my name is Marlissa. This is At Work for Mars Tarot, and I am here today to do a love reading. If you like it here, if you love it here, please like the video, share, and subscribe. Um, Virgo, I pulled some additional cards for y'all that I did not pull from anyone else because I feel like shadow work is necessary for you at this time, whenever you watch this video. Okay. I feel like you are in a big energy of healing. Um, some of you are choosing to move on from your shadow self, all right? So, knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people, Carl Jung, all right? May this oracle deck awaken you to greater authenticity by working through any hidden shadows of your personality. So I feel like some of you are finally ready to face your shadow self, and you are going to, confront those not so great things about yourself and work on them, because those are the things that have been getting in the way of you and your relationships of all kinds, all right? Um, I also feel like there's specifically somebody that you may be walking away from, like not only an unhealthy version of yourself, but like I feel like there's someone that you are literally walking away from, or maybe somebody walked away from you, due to those shadow things. And so you're like, you know what, like I gotta heal because I'm tired of this cycle. All right. Um, there's also Virgo, you have a lot of healing energy here, healing, moving on, but also forgiveness. This heal card is the star in traditional tarot and known for the sign of Aquarius. All right. So you're breaking free from things that used to tie you down. All right. Like you are breaking free from things, habits, people that used to, tie you down and allow you to not be really like your best self. And so you're healing, but even in that process, like if you've had resentment towards yourself or towards others, you're choosing to let that go. All right. You're moving forward, not only mentally, but emotionally as well, and physically. Because if you see the movements that they're making in this car, she's looking through for the healing begins, and the moving on, he's walking along the beach. So you're finally making movement. And I feel like you've been stuck for a long time. So I feel like you're finally making movement, and you're going to clear out your heart space. You see this green in her chest. And to me, that like symbolizes like the heart chakra. I feel like even in this card too, with the healing begins over here, I feel like she's also working on her crown chakra, which is, I know, it's a very intuitive state, and that's also directly linked to love as well. So there's something that you're moving on from, and your healing is beginning, Virgo, and I love to see it. I love to see it. I also feel like Virgos, y'all can be very hard on yourselves and others, like critical of yourselves and others. Oh, let me backtrack. The signs that I see here are Aquarius, Cancer, Taurus, Libra. Aquarius, Cancer, Taurus, Libra. So you may be connected to any one of those signs, or you may have one of those signs in your chart. You may be moving on from any one of those signs. Any one of those signs could have moved on from you. Okay? Um, but anyway, going back to Virgos being hard on themselves, y'all, my nose itches, I'm sorry. Hard on themselves, but also hard on others. So, Virgo, you can sometimes have some viable opportunities that come towards you, but because you're so judgmental, I just got to say it, like, judgmental or critical, that's the better word for y'all. Y'all are so critical of yourselves and others, you're not even seeing the opportunities that come towards you. I want you to be mindful of this as you're healing. All right? Be mindful of that. Okay? Because that's not the greatest energy to carry around. All right? You're also being called to um, nurture your relationships, and not only nurture your relationships, but nurture yourself. So, what do you need to feel better in a healthy manner? All right? I think I'm going to read this one to you. This nurture card is for sign of Libra and Taurus. Or maybe I won't read the whole thing. Yeah, cherish, nurture, nourish, blossom, abundance, nature, creativity. Um, Nurture your soul by giving yourself the grace to be who you really are and love yourself for it. Nurture your mind by engaging in activities that stimulate and engage. Use your creativity in some way every day. Everyone has the ability to be creative, whether you paint, write, cook, sew, sing, dance, live. Take care of your body by maintaining your good health or by making it healthy. Relax in a bubble bath, enjoy a good cup of tea, or take a long walk. Connecting with nature will soothe and nourish all aspects of yourself. Remember that nurturing yourself also raises your vibration. Remembering Remember that nurturing yourself also raises your vibration and sends a signal of love into the universe. If you desire it, that signal will be a beacon that will bring you a new and loving relationship to you. The affirmation for this card: I shower all my relationships with loving attention and watch them blossom. In traditional tarot, this is known as the Empress. So this is like the highest energy that you can get. There's Empress, Emperor, you know, uh, a High Priestess, the Hierophant, and then the Kings and Queens. All right. So nurture. Remember to nurture yourself, Virgo, especially through all that critical self talk. Got to combat that. All right. Now, I don't feel like things for you are going to be overnight. I feel like I just said this to Cancer, either Cancer or Sagittarius. So if you have one of those placements or you're connected to one, go ahead and watch that video, Virgo. Um, I know Virgo showed up a lot in the Sagittarius reading. Um, but yeah, things are not going to happen overnight, all right? And joy is going to come from the results, all right? But with this awaiting results, which would be the Seven of Pentacles, this is all about patience, allowing your roots to really grow, watering them, doing what doing what you need to do, but it things are going to take its time. So you're awaiting the results, and don't think that good things are not going to come. Joy is coming, all right? So this next card I want to read to you is this confront card. All right. Fear, question, explore, courage, illusion, clarity. Introspection and clarity are important at this time. Feelings that have lain dormant are now coming to the surface. They have been part of your subconscious for some time. They refer to as your shadow self, shadow in quotations, okay? And represent all of your fears and delusions regarding matters of the heart. You may have concerns about examining these issues, but know that when an issue rises to the surface, it's ready to be faced and healed. Have the courage to acknowledge and confront these newly emerging feelings. Look at them from all sides and try to determine where they first came from. When and how were they planted in your subconscious? Question the validity of these feelings. Often they were based on your childhood imagination and are no more than illusions. They're not appropriate for your adult relationships, yet they persist. They're not based on reality, but they're powerful influences and can affect your relationships in major ways. They can even prevent a romantic relationship from manifesting, which I could see that. Have the courage to explore your beliefs and misconceptions about love. You may find that these emerging feelings are based not only on your limited perceptions, but also on what you actually saw or experienced as a child. Know that whatever your reality was then, it does not have to be your reality now. You are no longer that person. Examine these feelings and gain clarity on who you are and what is true for you regarding your relationships. The affirmation with this card is: I examine my feelings about relationships and release what is no longer my truth. And so this card is called Confront, but in traditional tarot, it's known as the Moon, and it's connected to the sign of Cancer. All right. So I went ahead and I pulled some shadow work cards for you. At the bottom of the deck is quick tempered, so some of you Virgos may struggle with that. But the first card that came out was shame. You are not flawed. You are so worthy of love and belonging. Forgive yourself for not giving yourself enough self-love, which I could see that here with the nurture card. All right, the Empress. Shame. So that's one emotion to work through. Victim mentality. The universe wants what's best for you, not the worst. Change your perspective. So some of you may, get into conflicts with people or whatever the case may be, and you automatically place yourself in that victim mindset. And it's just like, no, well, what did you do to get to where you're at? And also, how can you change over from being a victim to like a survivor? How can you empower yourself? All right. So work on empowerment. We have arrogant. If you're insecure or fear rejection, this behavior surfaces. Work on accepting your true self and give yourself love as you are needing it. So again, self love. Um, Maybe work on humility. How can I be more humble? How can I love myself more to release this arrogance? All right. And the last one is prejudice. What if you were categorized into a group and given attributes that were false without truly knowing who you are? So some of you, you listen and you judge. You listen and you judge and you have bias. We all tend to have some type of bias, but it might be a little heavier for you that you're prejudiced towards certain like, groups, beliefs, whatever. Um, so you take that how you will. All right, Virgo. Next set of cards. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Um Cancer just got this card, I think. So if you're connected to a Cancer placement or you have one, watch that. But you've already met the romantic partner you seek, Virgo. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support for others. From others, that's been coming out in the collective too. Like not this specific card, but another card that talks about allowing your friends to help you. All right. And then we have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So, Virgo, you definitely have you've already met the romantic partner you seek in this reconciliation card. Um, you're gonna be doing all this like work on yourself, but you definitely have something new coming in, even if it's a previous person. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Some of you may be great manifestors because underneath this card is wedding. All right. So if you decide what you want and you nurture yourself, you nurture your relationships, like a marriage could be coming for you soon. All right. At the bottom of the deck, we have forgiveness. All right. Forgiveness. So you may be called to forgive someone, Virgo, or someone may be called to forgive you. We have soulmate here, self-love, and water sign. Soulmate, self-love, and water sign. Water signs are Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces. So if you have one of those placements or you're connected to them, please go ahead and watch that video. But you are really called to love yourself. I think the more you love yourself, Virgo, your soulmate is going to come in, and it may be a water sign. All right. So let's go ahead and read this last card for you all. This is from my love deck that is literally called Love Deck. And you have a love spell here. Meet your match. If you're looking for love, this spell can be used to draw in new romance. Using a red pen, write a letter declaring all the things you want in your next relationship. Be completely honest about what you are looking for. When you're finished, fold the paper until you cannot fold it anymore. Keep the folded letter in your pocket or in your bag when you leave the house. If you are using a dating app, you can place the folded paper next to your phone while the dating app is open. When you're honest about your needs, desires, and expectations, you will attract the love you're seeking. Listen, I told everybody this, and when it comes to these love spells and all that, you are doing that at your own discretion. That doesn't have anything to do with me, and you want to be very careful when you're doing anything like that because, be careful what you ask for type of thing. But that is the card that came out, was Meet Your Match, and that was the love spell. Okay? So that is what I have for you, Virgo. See y'all next time. Bye. And let's get these views up. Please like, share, subscribe. Because y'all have been like my bottom 3 multiple times. Multiple times. All right. So come on. Let's get it together. Love y'all. See you next time.